Now let's take a look at support plans. So sometimes as AWS users, we need extra help, whether it's in saving money or potentially how to use AWS. Well, AWS has different levels of support that they have to offer for their customers. Go and watch the educator video when you're ready. We'll continue. So, what are support plans? Well, there are plans there that help you troubleshoot issues, lower costs, and best use your AWS services, using them in the most efficient way possible. So, AWS does offer different levels based on your particular company or organization's needs. We have basic, which is the lowest, developer, business, enterprise on ramp, or just regular enterprise. So we'll talk about that in the next slides. So what is basic support? Well, that's the one that's included for all AWS customers. It's at no cost, it is free, and it gives you access to white papers, documentation, and support communities. So what is white papers and documentation? That's just essentially the guidelines, the paperwork, the web pages, right? The information that help describe to new users how to use AWS services. Because there are a lot of different services, right? There's got to be solid documentation on each one of them. So with basic support, you do have access to at least this information. So you can contact AWS for billing questions as well, and for service limit increases. You do have access to some of the AWS Trusted Advisor checks, but they are limited. You do have also access to the personal health dashboard. So when AWS is down, for example, in a certain region, could be like a natural disaster, it'll provide you alerts and give you some guidance on how to solve the issue, right? Because AWS is down. If you do need support beyond the basic level, then you have to look at some of the other options. So if you do go with the other options, they are paid. You pay by the month, but they don't require long-term contracts. So information in our course is just going to highlight some of the details for each support plan. A complete overview of each of the plans is available through this link if you just click on it. So let's talk about the developer plan just at a glance. So customers in the developer support plan have access to certain features, including best practice guidance. So what are the best ways, methods, practices for using AWS tools and services? It does offer you diagnostic tools for the client side, just to help you diagnose the health of your services. Building block architecture support, which consists of guidance for how to use AWS offerings, features, and services together. So yeah, if you are building, a larger infrastructure, this architecture support is definitely handy. So for example, let's say you're exploring AWS services. You've heard of a few, but you're not really sure how to put them together to build your application. So in this scenario, the building block architecture support that's included with the developer support plan is perfect to help you identify opportunities for combining specific services and features to meet your company's needs. So customers with a business support plan have access to certain features, including basically guidance on all the different services and features, tools that can best support your company's needs. It has all the trusted advisor checks, so that's an advantage over, right, the basic support. It does have limited support for third-party software. We're going to talk about that in Marketplace. So that's software not part of the AWS offerings, but that can still be used, right, with AWS services. So that's like common operating systems and other application stack components. That just means different software and tools outside of AWS. So suppose your company has the business support plan and wants to install a common third-party operating system on your EC2 instances. You could contact AWS Support for assistance with installing, configuring, and troubleshooting the operating system. If you're exploring advanced topics like optimizing the performance of these services of your application, or you're using custom scripts, or you're trying to resolve a security issue, then you can contact the third-party software provider directly. So AWS Support doesn't help you when you're using things outside of AWS as much, but you can still, right, get into contact with the right parties. So let's look at Enterprise On-Ramp. So in addition to all the features from the previous plans we've discussed, customers with the on-plan support plan also have access to something called Technical Account Managers, or sometimes abbreviated as TAM. So they provide guidance and coordinate access to programs and AWS experts. So a cost optimization workshop is also available for Enterprise On-Ramp customers. You get to attend this workshop once per year. You also get a support team, a concierge support team for billing and account assistance questions. You also have tools to monitor costs and performance through the Trusted Advisor and the Health API dashboard. So the on-ramp support plan also provides access to a specific set of support services. One of the main ones, of course, like I said, is the TAM, the Technical Account Manager. So you do get a review and architecture guidance with your TAM once per year. You get to attend an infrastructure events management support. That's also once per year. It does also give you support for automating workflows. And there's also 30-minute or less response time for business critical issues. So if you do experience issues with your service, they're going to respond very, very quickly. Next up is Enterprise. So this is the highest level of support. So you're going to get a designated technical account manager. So all for you. And it's going to have, again, the support team for billing and account assistance. It's going to have operations reviews and tools to monitor the health of your services, training and game days to drive innovation for your company's applications, tools to monitor cost and performance through Trusted Advisor and Health API dashboard, similar to OnRamp. It does give you full access to the proactive services, right? The support services, which are provided by your TAM. So there's a consultative review and architecture guidance. There's the event, right, for infrastructure management. The cost optimization workshop, again, supports your automation workflows. But the response time this time is a little bit short. It's cut in half, right, for those issues that could be affecting your business or company's availability to customers. So what is the TAM? Well, it's a dedicated advisor available to enterprise support customers, providing proactive guidance and best practices to optimize AWS environments. The TAM is your primary point of contact at AWS. So the TAM is an expert on all things AWS, and they work for you if you have one of those higher end support plans. If your company subscribes to the enterprise or enterprise on-ramp, then your TAM educates, empowers, and evolves your cloud journey across the full range of AWS services. They're going to provide you with expert guidance. They're going to help you design solutions that work with AWS services to meet your needs. And they're going to assist not only with getting things to work, but also making sure that things are resilient and that they're cost effective. So it's going to give you direct access to AWS programs and a community of experts.